Like a month ago, I told the internet to watch the first episode of the latest season of Black Mirror, season 7. And we watched the first episode like a month ago, and I guess now we're going to talk about it, if you're cool with that.
Finally.
Okay, finally, yes. It is Common People, and it has absolutely nothing to do with anything in America.
Not at all relevant in any way.
It is not political at all, and does not fully encapsulate the horror and stupidity of our medical system, the greatest way of dispensing medical health care in the universe.
Yeah, it's definitely to tie it in with profit motive.
At all. Yeah, it had nothing to do with that. This episode was so fucking a downer that it made me sad.
It is a big downer episode.
It really is. It's closer to what Black Mirror is than like our the previous homework that we have dispensed to the internet.
Yeah, it's more of a classic kind of Black Mirror episode.
Yes. Putting the blackness in the Black Mirror.
And it did have it. It had some kind of tonally weird stuff, but consistent with the kind of stuff they've done before. Where sometimes there's something really bleak happening, but it is also kind of funny.
Yeah, and maybe,
like the wide awake nightmare of going into a fugue state and just spouting ads.
Yeah, so
and not even knowing that you've done it.
Yeah,
like it's horrifying, but it's also really funny.
Yeah, and it's I don't think it was an accident that they cast people who were normally associated with comedies.
Right.
Chris O'Dowd?
I think so, yeah.
And Rashida Jones?
Rashida Jones, yeah.
Okay. Which I'm not familiar. I'm more familiar with him than I am with her.
Yeah, I've only ever really seen her in Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Oh, and The Office. She was on The Office for a little bit.
I did not watch either of those.
They're both funny shows.
Okay. I did watch the IT Crowd. Some of it has not aged well, and the creator has not aged well at all.
Well, yeah.
But that's something else.
We're talking about a different British person.
Yes. A different British turf. No, God, I hope Charlie Booker isn't a turf. I hope he's not.
I was going to say, I would be surprised.
I would be surprised. But
yeah,
that is Turf Island. I hope
Right.
So, anyway, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I can't handle any more British people that I like turning out to be monsters.
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman was hard to hear. It was hard. Jess went to get his book signed. It's sad.
Yeah.
The only person that she has ever stood in line to get a book signed was that sex offender.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, alleged sex offender. Oh God, and now
Allegedly.
Okay, kiddo, I can't fix this. I don't know what you've done. I cannot do tech support on your tablet right now. I don't know what to do either. So this is a different language. Only Mom knows. Well, Mom is at work, so you're gonna have to go do something else. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am not doing tech support right now. My daughter has done something to her tablet, and now she is going to have to use a different technological device to figure it out. She's going to have to figure that out.
21st century problems.
Yes. So I am going to level up. And what the hell were we talking about? Yeah, we were talking about Black Mirror.
Yeah, common people.
Common people. So I guess what's a basic synopsis?
Yeah, they're regular people. What Rashida Jones is a teacher. Her husband is like a welder.
Yeah.
It looks like. So, he has a blue collar but skilled job.
Yes. They make enough to get by.
They make enough to get by. They're thinking about having a baby.
But they can't due to financial reasons because they are very very expensive, and they expect you to fix their tablet when it doesn't go right. But anyway, please continue.
Yeah, and even though they are both skilled professionals with full-time jobs, they're still in a position where having a child would be a financial burden that they're preparing for.
Yes, they're
preparing for it. But then Rashida Jones, she
has a medical emergency. She has a tumor.
She has like a brain tumor, I guess.
Yes.
And basically she's gonna die. There's nothing they can do about it until
she's gonna be in a coma.
At least in a coma.
Yeah, she's not waking back up.
Right.
And
until a miracle technology is offered.
Yes.
To get her back to normal, which basically involves quote unquote normal.
Yes.
Which is some manner of brain implant, hand wavy. You get a brain implant.
She gets a brain screw.
First they copy your consciousness and they upload it to the cloud.
Which is a thing they can do.
Hand wave. They upload it to the cloud, and then they put the implant in your brain, and then they stream the missing parts of your brain to the implant so that your brain can function. And
there's increasing horrible conditions to this service agreement that
at first it costs what, $300 a month?
Yes.
That's their introductory price because they're trying to roll it out and get adopters.
Yes.
Right. Get people into it.
And
but they don't.
And she can only go within certain range of their cell towers.
They basically have cell towers.
Yes.
And if you go outside of the range, you just fall unconscious because it can't stream the missing parts of your brain, so if you fall back into a coma.
Yes.
But they're rolling out more towers.
Yes.
So it's going to be fine.
Yes.
It's okay.
So
they have to make some cuts in their lifestyle.
Work
extra hours.
Like all the time. It seems like that he just works 24 hours a day, like after that happens.
Yeah, he's working most of every day.
Yes.
And basically coming home to eat and sleep.
And she has to sleep more.
Oh, right.
Because there's only so much service to go around or something like that.
At first it was to reduce load on the servers.
That's great.
To reduce load on the servers. Yeah.
You don't want a brain brown out. Right.
So everybody just sleeps an extra couple hours a day if you have this implant.
Yes.
It's fine. It's, it kind of sucks, but seems to beat the alternative. Right. But then, let's see, what was the next thing that happened?
They basically turned the tier that they were into the low tier. Not
they were going to go
tier.
They were going to go on their trip.
And they went outside of...
And they went outside the service area.
And then she switched off.
Yeah. And the rep is like, oh, yeah, that's because the towers out there are for a higher tier of service that you're not on.
Yeah. and the higher tier is like $1,000 a month.
Yeah, I think it was $500 more a month.
Yeah.
On top of the $300 they were already paying.
Yes.
Right. To get, whatever the plus service or whatever they called it, Rivermind Plus or whatever.
Yeah.
Because one of the dark comedy bits in that is just kind of the rolling names for the tiers of service that are just meaningless. Like you've got plus, and then I don't know, premium, and then whatever the final one was. It's all just stuff that is very familiar to us as 21st century humans. Incomprehensible tiers of service that require more money.
And enshittification, which without actually calling it enshittification.
Yeah. Because the next big thing that happens is when she starts doing advertisements.
She starts doing the advertisements because at the lower tier you have ads. They added ads for something that they are paying good money for, and she starts doing ads based on the context of whatever conversation she was having at the time.
Right, but in a very
sinister way?
Yeah, not really. Like it is related to what you're talking about, but it's not anything that you would ever say naturally.
Yeah.
Right. It's only loosely context based, so it is very like algorithmic.
Yes.
Again, something we're all very familiar with. The algorithms, like when she's talking to the student, the little kid's having problems at home, and she just blanks out and then recommends like some kind of Christian counseling service.
Yes, which is totally something that would fucking happen.
Yeah. And unsurprisingly, she gets in some trouble for that.
Yeah, and it's just and there were some really dramatic callbacks. The poor kid who was ashamed of her like hand-me-downs, and then she basically walks by her in the hallway, and she's like, "Get your new shoes," and it's just it's this going back and forth between the whole comedy and horror, like just on a razor's edge, going back and forth tonally. And still sticking very much to the intrinsic inhumanity of not just advertising, but the way that we are algorithmically served things. Yes. Not at all in our best interest in any way, just just to push the product, just to make money.
Go watch TV. You can go watch Netflix or something. You can go watch Netflix. You can. If you want to, you want to watch YouTube on the Roku, you can do that. Anyway, I need my daughter to go get ads fed to her on YouTube. Like, Dad needs to play a video game for a moment. But yes. So what? I'm sorry. What were you saying about the algorithm just being slow dripped into the brain?
Yeah, and just the inhumanity of it, because it doesn't have any connection to what people need or how people live their lives. It's just, just a computer program
making the person like serve the algorithm.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's different if you're like if I play a video game and I'm like, I really like this video game, I'm gonna tell Brent about it. I'm gonna tell Rick about it, or Jess, or whoever, or I like this game, maybe I'll stream it. And that's the kind of like normal way people interact and try to maybe, hey, I like this, would you like to play this game? Like, fill in a blank here.
Normal word of mouth stuff. And that's been replaced with just force feeding of ads.
You get possessed by the algorithm momentarily, and
because crucially she has no memory of saying anything.
Yeah.
Like, she basically just blanks out for a few seconds while she does an ad break in her own life.
She has a loss of mental autonomy, which is
Oh, yeah.
hellish.
And which leads to some interesting things that they don't really address in the episode, but I think leave possibly implicit, because like that company rep that they talk to, it's like, to what extent is she a real human being? Or is she just a puppet
Yeah. Like
being operated by the machine to sell the service?
like is she still her? I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. I started to wonder that by the end. I'm like, is this even a real person? Or is she just completely mind controlled
Yeah.
effectively by this system to push the higher tier service? And to just have this really kind of pat fake empathy. I don't know, it was all very inhuman. But at
Yeah.
the same time, what's the difference between that and just doing that because it's your job?
Yeah, like yeah, every time they interacted with the rep, she can hide behind I'm just doing my job.
Yeah.
And she's
And also, this is a
also
really good service. I'm that kind of like, I'm helping you. I'm doing something good for you by offering you. And and they're like, we can't afford that. And she's just like, oh, I understand. But if you don't, then you'll have to keep doing ads.
Yeah, you're gonna be you're gonna lose your job because the people who trust you to educate their children can no longer trust you around their children.
Yeah, because you're speaking uncontrollably.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
literally don't know what you're saying to
yeah.
other people's children.
Some sort of horrible algorithm, like techno Tourette's, like just some horrible, she has like she's been technologically cursed. Like it's horrible. Like it, and
like she's possessed.
Yeah.
Periodically the demon speaks through her, but the demon is just this horrible thing that's trying to make you buy something.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go level up because I need to do that. All right.
Me too.
I have not played this in a minute, and I've forgotten how to play. I really liked the episode.
Yeah.
I feel like that it had a coherent like sci-fi in that they have added this technology, and these are the implications, and this is how it would be rolled out based on the shitty things that happen to you on a regular basis.
And crucially, and again, this is very much a Charlie Booker kind of thing, based on this service you're using to watch the episode.
Yes. His anti-Netflix propaganda while being on propaganda, like being...
Yeah.
By being propagated on Netflix.
The price of your old service is going up, and your service is getting worse.
Yes.
And features that you once had, you don't have anymore. Now, there are ad breaks, right? It's very much that. It's, something we can all relate to.
Yeah.
Because we live it.
Yeah, because, streaming services used to be better.
Yeah.
There was absolutely, there was a point in time, they only started talking about ads when they had to, like, actually show a return on those investments to their shareholders. That's, and on any given streaming service.
Yeah. And they all started doing it.
Yeah.
And then there's a higher tier you can get now.
Yeah.
That has the features that your old regular tier used to have. It's It's exactly that, only it's just been transplanted to a life-saving medical device.
Yes.
But leaves us with the thought of, well, isn't that how it would go?
Yeah, this is
Like if they could do that, they would, wouldn't they?
they would totally they
Would.
yeah. And also this is a pretty accurate representation of what healthcare in America already is.
Yeah, it's pay to have a normal life, pay to live, pay to have a normal life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any. Or what I should say this: I am blessed with health insurance, and I feel bad mentioning that I have good health insurance because I know way too many people personally that have shit health insurance, or they don't have it at all. And
Yeah.
that's monstrous. And that is also America.
Best healthcare in the world.
Best healthcare in the world. And on that note, I need to walk away from my computer
Okay.
for just a moment.
I'm going to browbeat my zombies into higher productivity.
That's a good plan. I'll be right back.
You guys can handle her. Go get her.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well, I'm pretty sure my youngest is not going to recommend me for any parenting awards anytime soon. She's pretty pissed.
Yeah.
I've told them to get on the YouTube on the Roku, and she is so utterly pissed because her tablet isn't working. She's just so I've told my oldest, y'all watch YouTube for the next, I don't know, hour or so. Like, just go. Dad's playing video games.
Busy.
It's like, Dad doesn't play video games very often with friends.
Yeah, so give me this.
So come on.
Let me have this.
Come on. I got you to school today. I fed you a snack when you got off the bus. I put your clothes up today.
What more do you want?
I went to an award show today, and I'm going to get them up and send them to school again tomorrow. We're probably going to watch some cat videos tonight. But right now, I'm a rat man hanging out with a skull man. I don't know. A racing vaccine data or something. I don't know.
Something. Whatever we're doing, there's money in it for me, so
Yes.
it's going to make my line go up.
That's the only thing that matters. Much like the faceless corporate entity in Common People.
That's right.
I did really like the episode, even though it was horribly depressing.
Yeah, it was maybe one of the more depressing episodes.
Yeah, particularly the ending.
Yeah.
And oh god, what was it called? Was it called like Dumb Dummies? What website was what?
Dumb Dummies. Yeah.
The Dumb Dummies. Yeah.
Yeah, Dumb Dummies.
So totally not Twitch. It is not Twitch.
No, not Twitch.
No, it's a more horrible version of Twitch.
Yeah, basically where people pay real money for someone who's streaming to do horrible and degrading things to themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people streaming in a pool in their bikini is several steps up from
Yes.
Dumb Dummies.
Yeah. Because what people on Dumb Dummies really want to see is you drink your own piss.
Oh god.
They're really into that.
They're really into that.
And another one of this, like, yeah, dehumanizing technology
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, that. Which reminds me of, and I don't know if this is still going on, but the whole like, was it on? I think it was on TikTok that there used to be the NPC people, where that you stream on TikTok or whatever, and people tell you to say things like the ice cream yum yum lady.
Yeah. I don't know if that's still a thing. Probably.
I mean, she was
Probably is.
I was aware of at least one person that was able to pay their bills from ice cream yum yum, so good for her.
Yeah, I mean, right. It's a hellscape. What are you gonna do?
I mean, hey.
It's a wide awake nightmare.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
It's a degrading and dehumanizing. Yeah. So are a lot of things. Retail's degrading and dehumanizing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dumb Dummy is just kind of that taken to an extreme.
I mean, or just extrapolate it out.
Or yeah, or just prognosticating.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Extreme, but perhaps logical.
I mean, I don't remember, like, what was it, bum fights? Wasn't that like a thing?
Yeah, bum fights.
Was that like just a website where they would or I don't know, I guess, is this...
They were videos that you had to order. I think you'd order them from a website, but
This is more
I
like
think it was
dark
pre-streaming.
web, or dark, or the maybe the darkish, earlier days of the internet before the darkness was streamlined in social media.
Yeah, before everything was just some degree of bum fights.
I'm gonna get the evil corporation in on bum fights. What's a more evil version of bum fight?
Like
Pediatric cancer fights.
Yeah, like
Let's just go dark.
it's like Deathmatch Island, and the prize you get is like your child's cancer treatment paid for.
Oh god, that's gonna be
It's like battle royale.
the
And whoever's left alive, their child will live.
Oh god, don't give Mr. Beast any ideas.
You Mr. Beast vendor.
Oh god, I did make a Mr. Beast character.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think I named him Mr. I think I named him. What is it? I think I named him Mr. Beastly. He's in here. Yeah, Mr. Beastly. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a mastermind guy because most of my villains are masterminds. He's a gang mastermind.
Okay.
I'm gonna name all his minions after the Clarence Boddicker gang.
Oh yeah.
His first minion is Bobby. All right, I gotta go level. And one day, Bobby is gonna go flying, and I'm setting that joke up well in advance.
Right.
All right, where? Oh, he's over here in the arena district, where we're gonna set up the bum fights. The pediatric oncology arena. I really should probably put some stuff in these enhancements. I would probably be a better functioning character. So I'm gonna take a moment to put some stuff in some things. Away I go. Do I have any money with this character? Yes, I do. That's good. Where do I purchase things? Quartermaster. That's a place where I buy things.
Hey.
All right, I'm going to put some stuff in some holes. Do you just want to do, like, well, first off, do you have anything else you want to say about common people, or is that enough depression for one day?
I mean, I guess that's probably enough.
It is, but it is a really good episode, I do think. But, you know.
Yeah, it was a good one to start the season with, I think.
Yeah, it's a strong outing. I guess there is something else that I want to say. I think that it's a relationships are hard episode. Like, that was something I wanted to mention for the Striking Vipers. There's a type of episode in Black Mirror that, like, at least to me, I summarize them as relationships are hard. Like dating, and I kind of feel like it comes from, like, I'm glad that I'm married now because I would hate to try to find a mate on an app. I feel like it maybe stems from that. Like, that technology is not going to make it easier to find who you want to fall in love with. It's actually going to make it kind of hellish.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to solve a deeply personal sort of problem that people have struggled with for millennia.
Yeah. It's just going to make it more complicated and weird.
Telephone. Yeah.
So I feel like that there are so many episodes where you could kind of boil it down as relationships are hard with technology, dude. Like that.
And that they're not necessarily making things better.
Yeah, so that, and what is it? The entire history of us. Like, that's another one where that is.
Yeah, that was the main one I was thinking of. Yeah. How technology was not a help.
Yeah, even though it validated. But it just kind of it validated his own obsession.
Right.
So,
isn't that kind of what technology is geared for now?
Yeah. All right. So
it's basically to Yeah. It's basically to be Lieutenant Broccoli in your own personal holodeck program
Your own personal hell.
for all of eternity, where everybody fawns over you and tells you how great you are.